Yeah, definitely. Growing up, like, you know, he was the man when I was growing up. So watching him on TV, it would be like your highlights of the months and stuff. You know, when every time he fought, everyone would gather around the TV and watch. And so I almost want to emulate that feeling for everyone. And again, back home, you know, he brought eyes to the sport, which wouldn't really watch boxing. So if I can bring more eyes to the sport, then that's my dream come true.
This is Abbas here for iBoxingHub. I'm joined by the debutant Leo Atang. Leo, how are we, man?
I'm good. Are you?
Yeah, I can't believe it. We're here finally, bro. Like, talk to me about this entire week so far and just the build-up going into your debut.
Oh, the build-up's been mental. You know, from Tuesday meeting AJ to today, like the press conference, everything's just been mad. And now that it's actually here, Saturday night, I can't wait to get started.
I was going to say, for people that don't know much about you, just let them know a little bit about yourself, like your amateur background, and also what can we expect on Saturday night?
So as an amateur, I won the Under-19 World Championships. I won a European gold, a European silver, 5 national titles, and I boxed all over the country and decided to make the turn early and go for 18.
What was it about Matchroom that made you sign for them? Because I'm pretty sure you probably would have had offers from other promotions as well. But what was it about Eddie and Matchroom?
I think for me, you know, they've guided some of the greats who, you know, today, legends of British boxing, and I thought if I can be backed by them, that means something to me, and I know that I back myself in the ring always, so I can have the backing of them outside. It's only going to work well together.
There's obviously, when it comes to boxing and debuts, a lot of people talk about getting the finish and stuff. In the heavyweight division, it's probably elevated just that little bit more. Is that what people can expect? Good boxing action, but also finishes as well?
You know, amateurs, you build and you learn and you experience. But we're starting to get to a point as an amateur, I'm finishing everybody, so I can't wait to get in there as a pro and get some beautiful knockouts.
And you mentioned about meeting AJ and stuff. Just talk to me about him growing up and watching him, and was he some form of inspiration to yourself as well, or?
Yeah, definitely. Growing up, like, you know, he was the man when I was growing up. So watching him on TV, it would be like your highlights of the months and stuff. You know, when every time he fought, everyone would gather around the TV and watch. And so I almost want to emulate that feeling for everyone. And again, back home, you know, he brought eyes to the sport, which wouldn't really watch boxing. So if I can bring more eyes to the sport, then that's my dream come true.
And obviously, when people make their debut, there's that constant need of activity and stuff. How many times do you hopefully want to get out there this year, by the end of this year?
Yeah, I'm hoping within the next 12 months, I'm hoping to be 8-0 in the next 12 months.
That's quite a lot, but I respect it. I mean, we've got Pat Brown here who fought just a couple of weeks ago as well. Is that something you look at, that continuous need for activity, and where there's a card available, where there's a slot, you can put your name in there?
That's it. You know, I was lacking amateur because I was getting a lot of pull-outs. I was entering tournaments and everyone would pull out. I don't know one would enter. So it's like I was almost having them long breaks as an amateur, which having a pro, which isn't ideal at a young age. So I'm almost trying to make up for that lost time and get in as many fights as possible. I'm not going to be in and out of the gym. I'm always going to be in the gym. I'm always going to be ready, and that's why I want to just get as many as possible.
When you look at the current heavyweight division, obviously you got your Tyson Furies, Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua's, they're possibly on their way out. Then you got Daniel Dubois who's fighting for the undisputed 2 weeks' time. Then it's yourself, and then obviously the inevitable being Moses Atomo. When you look at his trajectory, is that someone you look to emulate and eventually face down the line?
Yeah, look, we're on completely 2 different paths. You know, he's gone for the faster route, he's gone for them world titles. I'm on a completely different path. You know, I'm taking it slowly, I'm building. I know I've got a lot of time to grow mentally and physically mature. I think what he's done is great for like young fighters like myself turning over early. But it may happen down the line, of course. You know, he's not going to be moved from the top spot, and obviously I'm trying to work to get to that top spot. So yeah, it may work.
I've got to get your prediction as well. The undisputed heavyweight title fight between Usyk and Dubois. Can I get a prediction from you on where you see that happening? What happens?
I see another clinic from Usyk.
Okay, listen, man, I appreciate your time. Hopefully the debut goes as well, and we look forward to seeing you a lot more in the ring as well.